You should have some sound now. Apologies, guys, as the Kings get the first bucket of the night. A few technical difficulties today getting in our way, but we've made it just in time. Kings get the first bucket. Let us know. Hey, Hez, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Apologies again. Technical difficulties. Camera's not working. Sound not working. We got there in the end, though. A little bit of a different view and variation. So bear with me, work with me, and we'll keep the game going. It is 2-2 now. Adelaide get one back, and the Kings miss one on a quick break. Starting 5. I did make it level. Yeah, sorry, mate. No, all good. Enjoy it, as you know. This is going to be a cracker, this one. This is 2 of the form teams of the competition. I know we've had some dog's breakfast, but this is game on. Isaac Humphries gets 2 points. Big money on the 36ers. Oh, geez, I'm a Kings man, you know that. So, but hey, I can appreciate that. I've got the overs tonight. I'm sure a couple of the others get in. They'll tell me that they're on the unders, but it is what it is. There's some DJ bombs happening. You have the Kings, Hez. Excellent. Look, I just hope that we get a really good game. These two have played twice this year. The Kings have won both of them. That said, Adelaide are an impressive unit, and they've got that man, Bryce Cotton. He is almost a walk-up start for MVP at the moment, although the man chasing him is Kendric Davis on the other side. Zach Humphries misses one. Davis now swings to Suarez. Minute 45 gone here. Bull Qual shuffles the ball in. Suarez and Zylan Cheatham just defends the ring. Says, get that out of here. 8:03 on the clock. 4-2 Adelaide leading. I've got that round the wrong way. Apologies, guys. There we go. 3-point shot doesn't go. DJ Vasiljevic on the bench. He'll be looking to hit better than that. Dellavedova takes the rebound. Bull Qual now with the ball. Dellavedova working his way into the paint. They double team him. 2 players there. Qual gets it out to Suarez. Little no-look bounce pass. Xavier Cooks levels up 4-4. So starting 5, Flynn Cameron, Isaac Humphries, Bryce Cotton, Troy Brown Jr. and Zylan Cheatham for Adelaide. And then for Sydney, it is Kendric Davis, Matthew Dellavedova, Xavier Cooks, Tim Suarez and Bull Qual. And Flynn Cameron and Bull Qual are coming toe-to-toe already. Bull Qual starting to press some buttons. Hagen, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Always wonderful to see familiar names popping up in the chat. Hope you've been enjoying those the previews. I know you and Nick thought it might have been a good idea, and I've been having some fun doing them too. And the betting's actually going okay. I had a bit of a rough day yesterday, but going okay overall as Cheatham goes up. Nice little underhanded layup. Gets 2 for the home side. 7:05 on the clock. Dellavedova drives the lane. Gets his own rebound after missing, and then Isaac Humphries bats it out of bounds, coming over the top. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Are you chasing tonight, Hagen? Anything in particular? Well, mid-range jumper, Kendric Davis levels up. Keeping up with him, that works. Catch the lives. Yeah, no, that's fair enough, mate. As I said, I'm enjoying doing them, so trying to do them most days, even the days we don't necessarily stream. Hey, Astro, thanks for the comments on the preview video, mate. Appreciate that. Here's a good game tonight. And we've got a foul here. Troy Brown Jr. went up a couple of times, and Suarez will be called for a foul. Undecided at the moment. Yeah, that's fair. This is a hard one to pick. I really spent some time trying to find bets. I wasn't confident going either side of this. So, again, I think it was a 1.5 line. Sydney were like plus 102, 103, and Adelaide were like minus 115. You prepped yourself. You've prepped yourself, Astro. So I take it you're on Adelaide then. I just would have seen the video. I like the overs in this one, I think. And they've got out to a pretty good start here. We've got 13 points now in 3 minutes 20. Extrapolate that out. It's about 4 points a minute, which gets us, I think it's 160, but we know they get going, get rolling. Sydney get a bucket through Davis. It is hard to choose. These are the 2 best teams in the league at the moment. And I'm always plus 110. Yeah, okay. So you're ready for him to hurt you the other way. That was kind of my logic when I had a look at it. 3-point shot doesn't go, but Brown gets the rebound. Isaac Humphries in the paint, trying to muscle Suarez. Fades away, gets the jumper, and one. Yeah, sometimes these flip of a coin ones, it's a bit like that Tassie Illawarra one yesterday or the day before, and I still don't understand how Illawarra are favourites. I know they won, but it always comes down to that piece, right? If you can take value, well, that's where the profit is. .36ers and Kings. 36ers at the line now through Isaac Humphries. They lead by one. Just under 4 minutes gone. A few changes coming now. Vasilovic checks in. Suarez checks out as well. He's already had 2 fouls. Humphries drains his free throw, makes it a 2-point ball game. Malowach will inbound. Sean Bruce out there early for the Kings. Ball qual. Yes, Melbourne and Perth in the soccer. I actually one of the group chats I was in was having a bit of a play on words as Sydney turned that over and Adelaide have got the ball here. But if Perth win, because Perth are the glory and Melbourne are the victory, that's their team names. Perth will get the victory, but if Melbourne win, they will get the glory. A little play on words there. Perth, you need to check out the press conferences from the Perth Glory coach, Astro, as Adelaide get an easy jumper. He is one quirky dude. He used to play for the club where I am here in Newcastle, Adam Griffiths. But yeah, check out his press conferences. They are, a bit different, entertaining. Malowach for 3 for the Kings, and bang, he hits it. 1-point ball game, 5:04 on the clock. Working it back the other way is Flynn Cameron, turning Malowach inside out. And then Malowach gets a hand in, breaks the play up. Ball thrown back in bounds, but they're going to say Goodrick travelled getting the ball. Are we going back for a foul and then travel? I'm very confused by that hand signal by the umpire, the referee. Perth plus 300, draw plus 260. It is crazy lines when you think 2 weeks ago Melbourne victory was sitting last. So but yeah, I do enjoy a quirky coach. Don't want dull things. Cotton, fade away. Doesn't go. Miss from big Bryce Cotton. It's gone out of bounds off the King, so it's going to be Adelaide ball inbound at the baseline. 4:37 on the clock in this first quarter. Quieter numbers on the stream tonight on a Friday. Earlier in the week seems to be a little bit better. Kendric Davis for a 3 and drains it. That is a nice stroke. That'll make it 14 all. I missed the last bucket, Adelaide. Yeah, well, they managed to keep him to 7 points the last time they played here in Adelaide, and they blew them away early this season. But that was before Adelaide were really getting things going, and they've just fouled him there. Is that it's either Goodrick or Malowach? But this is the battle for the MVP. Davis versus Cotton. Well, he's the reigning MVP. He won it last year at Perth. Davis was the runner-up in Adelaide. And now they've both moved to different clubs. Davis went to Sydney and Cotton filled his space here in Adelaide. Inbound ball here. Isaac White for Cotton. Ball quad cleaned up on a screen and they get the points there. 3-pointer for Cotton. 17-14. 3:50 on the clock. Malowach dribbles into the paint. DJ Vasilovic knocked it out of bounds. Bryce Cotton end up in the third row, trying to chase it down. Sydney, you've got to be so careful with foul trouble tonight. Michael Harris might have gotten away with that one there, I think, on Bull Qual. Sydney ball inbound. Lobs it over the top for Suarez, and he's going to be called for a foul on DJ Vasiljevic. He just pushed him in the back. Yeah, he is one of the best players. I'm probably going to say the top 2 players in the history of the NBL. You know, it's getting to the point now between him and a guy called Andrew Gaze that, you know, it's the MJ LeBron question. Vasiljevic goes for 3, doesn't get it. Dellavedova gets the rebound. Swings wide, Cooks back for Malowach. Another fumble for Sydney. Perth goal 11 minutes in. Oh, you want Perth to win just so that the post-game press conference is the giggle. It'll be entertaining. The A-League soccer is a little bit like the NBL. Anything can and will happen. Newcastle finished the game with 9 players yesterday against the team that finished on top of the ladder last year, is on top of the ladder this year, Auckland, a new team in just their second year, and they beat them 3-1 with 9 players on the field. They had to play a red card after like 20 minutes. Newcastle have been pumped at home by some mid-range teams. Xavier Cooks goes to the bucket, can't get it to go. Sean Bruce with the rebound. Dellavedova for 3. We're going to come back for a foul. Astro, you're almost as across the Aussie sport as I am, mate. I'm surprised you haven't taken to the cricket. Dellavedova works it back for Jalen Galloway, who's just on the court. Drains a big open 3 to level us up. 17 all. That is nice work. Cotton for 3. Doesn't go. Cheatham gets the rebound, though. DJ Vasiljevic fakes for the 3 and just gets clipped by Sean Bruce. Wasn't anything intentional in it. He just couldn't get his hand down and away from DJ. And DJ will go to the line for 3 shots. He's being quite taken aback by that, actually. Yeah, right. Okay. Very good. Very good. Nothing like a bit of FIFA manager mode. Oh, it's just a palm on the forehead. You would have thought he'd been sniped from the man on the mount, the way DJ Vasiljevic responded here. Don't be shy, guys. If you're tuning in, let us know where you're watching from. Very quiet in the comments. Astro's doing well, carrying it for all of you. Vasiljevic will go to the line for 3 free throws. Oh, happy days, Astro. Happy days. It's the A-League, though. It could finish 6-5, yeah? We had a game the other night that was 5-4. That included one of the away team players picking up the home team's ball boy and pretending that he was the Jet, which is the home team mascot. So, anyway. Vasiljevic gets 2. This is the thing. Sydney are Adelaide are in the bonus. Sydney have only had 1 foul committed against them so far. 2:07 to go in the quarter. Dellavedova in for Cooks. Batted away. And have we got a foul there on Nick Rakosevich? I think we do. That's actually who it was earlier that cleaned up Bull Qual. Dellavedova is going to inbound from the baseline. Goes for 3 from out wide and hits it, Delhi. Sydney get the lead, 1:55 on the clock. They haven't led since they had that first bucket at 2-0. Jalen Galloway gets a hand in front of Bryce Cotton, but Cotton comes again. Yeah, right. That's a big move from where it was. It was in the mid to low 170s to start with. Jalen Galloway on the fast break. Draws the foul and count the basket. Kings lead by 3, and they'll go to the line with Jalen Galloway. Shooting foul. 22-19. Galloway at the line. Doesn't go. Isaac Humphries back out there, takes the rebound. 1:30 on the clock. Interesting times. Good to have you all tuning in on one of our live watch-alongs. We've got the Sydney Kings visiting the Adelaide 36ers. Adelaide first on the ladder, Sydney fourth. This is an absolute cracker of a game. Two of the best players in the competition. Bryce Cotton and Kendric Davis in action. Cotton, bounce pass for Cheatham. Out wide for Isaac White for 3. Doesn't get it to go. Plus 135. That is a good move, Hagen. I think this will be probably a position you can trade out of at some point, I'd say, as Delhi goes to the hoop. Maybe not too far away. 55 seconds. Isaac White going for the quick break. Zylan Cheatham for Bryce Cotton. Cotton into the paint. Swings it wide for Vasilovic, who ducks under a stray arm this time. Doesn't go. Galloway. That's the rebound for Cooks. Oh, geez. That's tough. That is tough. I don't think I'll ever get to the point of covering that for you, the Women's Chinese Basketball Association. Can you watch those games, Astro, like the Chinese and Korean ones in the US? 20 seconds on the clock. 10.5 second differential between game clock and shot clock. Cotton swings it wide. Vasilovic thinks about taking a three-pointer from almost half court. Goes into the paint, doesn't get it to go here. The Kings will have last chance. Jalen Galloway getting hustled and gets fouled. 5.6 on the clock. Isaac White gives the foul. They've got fouls to give. The Kings inbound. He was one-on-one and decided he'd give the foul and let the team regroup. That is outrageous. 103.97. Yeah, as soon as you show me that score, I know it's gone to at least 2 overtimes. I'd also buy 4. But yeah, can you watch those in the US? The Korean, the Chinese, all those sorts of leagues? As Xavier Cooks just gets one with 2.2 on the clock. 26-19. It should be at quarter time. That's a good rally from the Kings after they were down by 4. Just waiting for our man Nick to come in, guys. So you can't watch them? Or you didn't play any college football, Astro? Sorry. End of the first quarter, 26-19. Kendric Davis already with 9 points, and he only played 6 minutes in that quarter. So he leads all comers. Dellavedova's 5 rebounds in the first quarter. Can't watch them. Yeah, okay. That's a little bit frustrating. Yeah, the Kings have already got 11 rebounds. That's some big numbers there. 26-19, 45 points in the first quarter. Yeah, there's some results. The Buckeyes, Georgia. Yeah, and now Indiana, they look good, don't they? They blew away Alabama. And Oregon shutting out Texas. Are they the 4 games? Yeah. So is it now Indiana, Oregon? So the 2 teams that had the big wins. Yeah, head-to-head, and Ole Miss versus Miami. That's a good win for Miami. Astro. I kind of took a casual interest in the college football this year with Ohio State, just for the Aussie. Their punter. His dad's pretty high up in some of the sport here over in Australia. Yeah. Yeah, that was a strong shutout for Oregon. I mean, after they'd let in 34 points against James Madison 2 weeks ago, you didn't expect him to put that up. Like, again, Yeah, okay. So they carry the men's caps, not the women's. So that's fair enough. So I'm assuming that's the same as some of the betting sites over here. Like, as long as you've got a funded account, they'll let you watch them. All right, we're all set for the second quarter now. Kings lead by 7. Yeah, Miami did well. To my chagrin. As now, oh, what was that? Zylan Cheatham tried to pass it and somehow hit the hoop with his pass. Dellavedova goes wide. Galloway's there. Bounce pass in for Corks, who decides to try and swing it back to Dellavedova, but just throws it into the hands of Delaney. Goes Isaac Humphries, who spins, mishandles, and Bull Quoll comes away with it. Kendric Davis is wide. Quoll just decides to turn him inside out. Gives it for Galloway. Open 3, doesn't hit it. And Davis will foul Cotton. He's not happy with that, but I think it's the right call. 34 seconds gone in the second quarter. Just reversing down the court there. That was interesting from Brown. Bounce pass inside, looking for Cheatham. He has it taken away by Cooks. He's too busy looking for the foul, and Cooks said, "I'll take the basketball. Thanks for coming." Ole Miss Indiana, the championship game. Second Perth goal is ruled offside. Thank you for that. Oh, fumbled there. Kendric Davis gets it after the fumbled rebound. Pops it over the top for Bull Quoll. Quoll under pressure. Gives it away. Dellavedova for 3 and drains it. That is a big 3 for Delhi. 29-19. 10-point lead for the Kings. Takes Delhi up to 8 points. The NBA champion, Delhi. What a man. Little fumble again. Brown just under pressure from Davis, eventually regathers and gets the first bucket for the quarter for the 36ers. 8:24 on the clock. Just join us. Don't be shy. Make sure to get involved in the comments. Give the video a like. And if you're enjoying it, hit subscribe. Great to have you all with us. Second quarter of our live watch-along. Friday night hoops here in Australia. They fire it wide. 3-point shot. Doesn't go. There you go. Hagen, you can get a bit of that and just lock yourself in a profit. Looks like Sydney took the ball out of bounds here, so Adelaide, sorry, took it out of bounds. Was my mistake. And they're trying to take that 3-point shot. Sydney ball. Davis brings it across halfway. 7:56 on the clock. Davis dribbles to the top of the lane, leaves it short. Bull Quoll on the turf again. It's not often he comes off second best so often in physical contact. Cooks. Cheatham was open at 3. Doesn't take it. Cotton does. He takes an open 3. Doesn't get it, though. Davis with a rebound, and he's fouled. Cheatham clips him on the way through. Some really sloppy fouls that are unnecessary in this game so far. 29-21, 7:40 on the clock. Sydney ball. They'll inbound it at their defensive baseline after the foul. Bull Quoll for Malawach. Yeah, I can imagine. Unfortunately, I was not live streaming last night. I was spending my New Year's Day with my wife and some friends. Speaking of, Happy New Year to all of you, and thank you for those that are coming back this year. It's been wonderful, the growth of the channel through doing these watch-alongs. As we see a timeout called here. Oh, that is tough. That's tough. That's like that was it Perth, Tasmania a week and a half ago? That's sort of tough. 15-8 scoring quarters, dear. We're disappointed if one of the teams doesn't score those sort of points. We want 40-plus quarters here, and they're scoring 20s. Yeah, Hagen, you're right. Let me look ahead at a bit of scheduling for what we're going to do on the channel as well, and Looking forward, I'm going to do some of the World Cup qualifiers, international games when the break is on as well. I'll do the Australian games, but see, depending on time zones, if I can do a couple of the others as well. So that'll be, that's still about 7 weeks ago. Cash to plus 550. That's always handy, Astro. Problem is in those low scoring games, unlike the NBL, 15 or 20 points is almost unassailable. As we've seen here plenty of times. I mean, the Kings the other week against Adelaide, they were down by 13 at three-quarter time, took it to overtime and probably should have won it in the fourth quarter. Missed back-to-back free throws and gave away an offensive foul in prime territory. Probably could have won it by 4 or 5. Could have been an 18-point turnaround in one quarter. Delaney here going to work. And basket's waved away after Cheatham tipped it in. We're going to have a foul here on, I think, Xavier Cooks. Yeah, we'll be on Cooks. Good weekend after Christmas spending, yeah. Always gets the better of the Christmas New Year period. 7:22 on the clock. Cameron at the line. Misses his first free throw. Adelaide is shooting at 37%. The Kings at 54% through the opening 12 minutes 38. Gets his second one to make it a 7-point ball game. Sean Bruce, man with 2 first names, gives it off to Bull Quoll. A trigger. Tim Suarez has a big fat 0 at this stage. You want him for some overs, or Bull Quoll just handed that over to his opposite numbers, Island Cheatham. Well, not his opposite numbers, sorry, 42 versus 45. Close though. Malowach goes straight down court after the turnover. Kendric Davis, double team. Up against Brown, gets over the top of him and drains 2. Just made him look silly. 31-22. He's on fire, Kendrick. He's in double digits already. He's got 11. Cameron, Humphreys and Cotton all have 5 for the 36ers. Davis has 9. Dellavedova has 8. I thought he was up to double digits. He's just up to 9. Cotton. 3 on the shot clock. Gives the bounce pass. Out wide for Brown. Doesn't get it to go. Isaac Humphreys gets a hand on it. Bull Quoll takes it. 6:15 to go. 31-22. It's been a low-scoring quarter so far. Humphreys gives it to Suarez. He's trying to get to the bucket for you. There you go, Trigger. He gets 2. Kings usually play strong the whole game, or they have that. They can have a little bit of a lull, but in recent games, they've really put the foot on the throat in the final quarter. Adelaide have been known to be a bit sluggish in the final quarters. They haven't really taken games home. BC has 1 assist, mate. Yeah, Adelaide have been good, but again, if Cotton doesn't get going, they find it hard sometimes. They either need Cotton or someone else to really break out and get some momentum. They have these games where everyone sort of does a little bit. It doesn't really go very far. Isaac Humphreys gets up and under, doesn't get it to go. Suarez gets a touch. Did it come off Humphreys last? I think so. $5:44 on the clock. Humphreys is going to sit. Adelaide shooting down to 32% now. Bruce is working the point. Kendric Davis is there as well. Bruce tries to set a screen for him. Davis versus Vasilovic. Suarez pulls up some space. Davis hits the 3, doesn't go. Cheatham with the rebound. DJ hands it back off against his former team. 36ers with the ball. Flynn Cameron. DJ Vasilovic for 3. Doesn't go. He's not having a good night so far, DJ. He is none from 2 so far. He's ended up with the ball back. 4 on the shot clock. Cotton trying to string something together. Just, oh dear. Let him go in the lane there. Juggled around. Zylan can't get it to go, but there might be a foul, I think. Foul Cheatham draws the foul for Adelaide. Melbourne plus 290, draw plus 230. We start doing some hedging and a bit of arbitrage there. Astro live in play. Good to have you all tuning in. 4:56 on the clock here. Cheatham gets the first of his free throws, gets it back to a 10-point game. And his second. 9-point ball game. 4:56 to come in the first half. Adelaide, what can they come up with here? Xavier Cook's just working through in the lane. Can't get it. Malowach shapes to shoot his three. Comes in. Jumper from the left side of the lane. Leaves it short. And that's touched off Cooks. It'll be Adelaide ball. 4:41 on the clock. 33-24. Now Cameron. Soccer, it's the A-League. Perth Glory versus Melbourne Victory Hagen. Australian soccer. Well, it's Australia, a bit like a lot of our leagues. It's Australia and New Zealand. We've got two New Zealand teams in there, Auckland and Wellington. Parlay might be cooked. Trigger, what are you riding, mate? Let us know. We always enjoy riding along. My DJ Vasiljevic for 3+3s is not looking great. Nor at this point is the over that I had early on. There's Cameron getting a bucket. 7-point ball game. Great to have you all tuning in. If you're jumping off for the first time, make sure to hit like on the video. Get involved in the comments. It all helps us to grow the channel. As Malowach gets a bucket back. Adelaide waste no time bringing it back in. 3:40 on the clock. Yeah, right. Fair enough, Hagen. Turnover there. Kings get the ball. Davis going to work. And oh my goodness, he's silky. The man can hoop. 37-26. Bad news for the Kings, though. Ball qual is down. Just got clipped and came out really awkwardly. Bit of knee-on-knee contact, I think. Just underneath the kneecap. He's down against their defensive end goalpost, and he seems to be in a lot of pain. Hopefully it's just a bit of a stinger, but he's struggling to bear weight at the moment. Matthew Dellavedova. He is on 3 assists. Nah, Nick is, I don't think he was on the 30th either, so we haven't seen him for a couple of games. Hagen. So I'm sure he'll be back. He might be enjoying a nice, well-deserved holiday. Maybe all those bets he's been winning, he could go and buy an island nearly, depending on how much he's wagering. He's on a run. I'm still working on setting up that Discord he was talking about. Hey, Black Dog. Yeah, we'll try and let you know. I'll keep a bit of an eye on it. Adelaide ball inbound, 3:24 on the clock. Cameron working it to half court. One-on-one with Jalen Galloway. He's at the top of the three-point arc. Lobs it over to the 45 on the left where Cheatham is just inside the arc. Cotton swings it back. Open look for a step outside three. That is a nice stroke from Flynn Cameron. 3 points, Adelaide. 3:01 on the clock before half-time. Dellavedova gives it to Cooks. Cooks now working. Davis gets to the free throw line, pulls back, takes it way back outside the three-point arc. 7 on the shot clock, drives in, looks for space. He's got Jalen Galloway open on his left, doesn't need him, takes the 2. 39-29. Davis up to 15 points. DJ Vasiljevic for Flynn Cameron. Rakosevic tries to sit the screen. Cameron's too quick on the move. Almost gets down to a knee to dribble. Vasiljevic drives into the paint where he finds Galloway. Comes again. Doesn't go. Then it's tipped in by Rakosevic. 39-31, 2:17 on the clock. Cameron, the first of the Adelaide players into double digits. Yeah, he is. He's only 26 too. I was listening to an interview with him earlier. Oh, as he leaves one short just after we build him up, Astro Kendric is the... He's only going to get better. He's the second best player through 50 games in terms of points average in the history of the NBL, behind Andrew Gaze, who was saying before. Foul called on Davis. Cotton draws it. This is a real mano-a-mano clash, this one. Davis hobbling. They got Bull Qual off nursing an injury, and now Davis is down on his haunches. Wrapped in too early. Astro. Bryce Cotton gets his first free throw. 7-point game. Back to the margin it was. Yeah. Commentator's curse. Cotton does what Cotton does. Drains both free throws. We'll take him up to 7 points. Davis carrying an injury is not good. Sydney will take a timeout just to try and calm things down and make sure that Kendric's okay. Got 1:54 until half time. Great to have you all tuning in. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We've got plenty of regulars and a few new faces getting involved in the comments. Wonderful to see. I like the way you think, Astro. I like the way you think. The wink, wink, nudge, nudge just sells it for me. (39-33), 1:54 to go till half time. Flynn Cameron leading all comers for Adelaide. He's shooting at 100%, which, considering the team's only shooting at 33%, says a lot for some of his teammates. Bryce Cotton, 2 from 8 so far. Unheard of. So he's leading away with 10 points. Isaac Humphries, 5 points and 4 rebounds. Cotton, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Cheatham, 4 points, 3 rebounds. Yeah, that's pretty wild. That could be a nice little hedge. I mean, it's not giving you much margin depending on how much volume you're betting. But Davis, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Dellavedova, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He's going quite well. Cooks, 4 points, 5 rebounds. He's had 3 turnovers, though. And that's kind of the major ones for Sydney. We're back underway. Davis is back out there, which is good news. He's one-on-one with Brown. Galloway will set a screen. They end up switching the matchup. He's now up against Vasilovic. They get the double team to him. Cook swings it back out. Dellavedova could have shot for 3. Gives it to Galloway, who takes a 3-point shot. Doesn't get it to go. Cooks gets a hand over the top of Flynn Cameron. Now he'll drive into the paint, get a nice little short-range jumper and get 2 points. Xavier Cooks takes him to 6. Flynn Cameron getting it done now. Bryce Cotton still out there. He's played solid minutes so far. I don't think he's actually had a rest, to be fair. Isaac Humphries, little mid-range jumper, banks it in off the glass. 6-point ball game. Takes Isaac Humphries to 1,800 NBL career points. Matthew Dellavedova going to work. Little pull back, goes to the jumper. Delhi guarding Cotton. DJ Vasilovic hook pass out wide. Cameron for 3. Doesn't go. Brown gets the rebound. 20-second differential. Vasilovic for 3. Again, doesn't go. And then knocked out of bound by Flynn Cameron surely. What are they going to say here? And it is now King's ball. They got there in the end. 27 seconds on the clock. 5-second differential shot clock to game clock here before half time. What are we thinking, guys, after the first half? 6-point ball game for Sydney at the moment. They're going to run this down as far as they can. Davis gets it. 8 on the shot clock. He's deep. Davis sets a little bit of a screen. Davis versus Cameron. Fires it to Delhi. Delhi's going to shape up for a 3 with not long left on the clock. Gets the rim, but doesn't get the rebound. Tim Suarez points and Bryce Cotton assists. I'll do those at halftime for you as Cotton takes a shot and misses on halftime, which will make him 2 from 9 so far tonight. So, leaders for Adelaide, 10 points for Flynn Cameron. He's also got, he's got no other stats, 2 steals. 7 for Isaac Humphries. He's got 5 rebounds. Bryce Cotton, 7 points. As I said, he's 2 from 9 now. 3 rebounds, 2 assists. And then it's just small numbers mostly for everyone else. 36ers did shoot terribly, 33%. Davis looks okay on that front LVL. But yeah, we haven't seen Bull Quoll come back out since the knock, so that'll be interesting. For the Kings, Dellavedova, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Davis, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Cook, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. Suarez, 2 points, 1 assist. Bull Quoll, no points, no rebounds, and 2 rebounds and 1 assist, which is not great again. I think that was one of the wagers we had was Bull Quoll. Jalen Galloway, 5 points, 1 rebound, no assists. And Malowach, 5 points, 1 rebound. So, yeah, hard to know. He looked like he's struggling to put weight on it. Yeah, it certainly is. That said, last time they played, I think he only got it was very small number of points. They did really well to shut him down, and it really collapsed the game for Adelaide inwards. So, that said, he's had enough looks. He's had, I'm saying 8 here, but he was already at 8. So I have to say it's 9 because he got that last shot, even though it was a half-assed attempt. So we'll see what comes of the second half. I'm going to take a break. I'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes, just in time for the second half. See if I can fix these couple of technological issues I had before the start of the game. We'll be back with Sydney and Adelaide at halftime. Yeah, I'd love to say I have a confident answer for you, Hagan. I will mull on that at halftime and let's regroup. But look, if you can lock in a decent amount of profit, depending on what the odds are now, like if you get a plus 240, 250, then yeah, I'd be 140, 150. If you get plus 250, take that. Then yeah, 120 doesn't leave you a lot of margin depending on what price you got the Kings. I think you get 130 something. So if you can match that to you, then make sure to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, guys. Thanks. Talk soon. Hello guys, we are back on deck, ready to rock and roll for the second half here. Hearing that Bull Qual still receiving treatment, so we'll wait and see what comes of that for the Sydney Kings. But between him and Suarez on 3 fouls, if Qual doesn't come back in, that's a big hole for the Kings. They lead by 6 as we get started in the third quarter. Adelaide ball. Cameron Humphries spinning, misses the first jumper. 9:36 on the clock. Good to see you all keeping active in the chat. Hey, Bill. Hey, STL. Kings missed one as well. White bounce pass, Humphries sweeping around, trying to find something. White there again, working with Cheatham. He's on the 45, goes towards the wing. Dellavedova hustling. White gets the pass away, but it's mistimed. Armani, it's not very many at this stage. I think it's 2 for Cotton. It is. And the Kings can't get it to go, but Davis is going to go to the line, I think, here. No, sideline ball. Foul wasn't a shooting foul. Still the same as he was at halftime, mate. 3. Black dog for Matthew Dellavedova. Suarez for Dellavedova. Back to Davis. Dellavedova goes for the 3-point shot. Doesn't go. Suarez gets it. Cameron was holding him, so that'll be a foul. It's a second foul of the quarter already against Adelaide. Not looking great for the overs punters early. This has been low scoring, 76. That second quarter, just 31 points. Suarez gives it off to Dellavedova. 8 on the shot clock. Dellavedova waltzes into the edge of the lane, goes back to Suarez for 3, leaves it a little short, and Cheatham takes the rebound. Probably need to up this pace a little on scoring as Davis puts a hand in, knocks it out of Cameron's hand. It'll be 36ers ball here at the offensive end. Bull Qual's got his knee iced up, so I don't think he's coming back. That is not a good sign. Makawach Malawach. The Kings are going to have a size problem here. Davis. Cameron lucky not to give away a foul there. Davis, another 2-pointer. 43-35. He's up to 17 points now, Kendric Davis. He's taking this one by the scruff of the neck. Cotton passed it out of bounds. He missed White. Interesting times. Interesting times. Kings ball. Davis coming in from the 45. Gets the free throw line. Lines one up. Doesn't go. Brought down. Cooks gets it. Fires it back for Malawach, who hits the 3. The young gun. He fired the other night against Brisbane too. Now White swings it. Cheatham lays it off for Cotton. Cooks. Open 3 for Cameron. Oh, it bobbled up. I thought it was going to pop out, but it drops for him. 8-point ball game. 7:20 on the clock. Dellavedova goes in for a mid-range jumper. Gets it. 10-point lead again. 7:08 to come. Dellavedova up to 10 points. 5 rebounds and 3 assists. Been a good night for Delhi. Bryce Cotton under pressure now. Malawach. They fire the ball back over half court the wrong way. Cotton getting under pressure here. Not having his best night. The Kings seem to be his kryptonite at this point, but never write the great man off. Dellavedova's going to have a spell. Sean Bruce steps in. So we've got Cooks, Bruce, Suarez, Davis, and Malawach for the Kings. White, Humphries, Cameron, Cotton, and Cheatham for the 36ers. Davis at the top, looks for a little jump 3-point shot. That was outlandish and would have been wild if he hit it. 6:35 on the clock. Isaac White wide on the right. Little pop ball over the top from Cameron to Humphreys. Outside the three-point arc. Cotton fires it. Cameron for three. Absolutely nothing but net for Flynn Cameron. 7-point ball game. Flynn Cameron's up to 16 points. He's doing the heavy lifting tonight for the 36ers. Malowach goes in. Mid-range jumper doesn't go. Suarez doesn't quite come away with it. Lands it down for Cheatham, unfortunately, in 36ers colours. Bryce Cotton now, Malowach. Suarez comes out to help. Cotton burns them both. Cheatham's in there close. And a foul's going to be called against Xavier Cooks, and Cheatham will go to the line. Let us know where you're tuning in from, guys. Those of you who are new to the channel, get involved. Let us know if you've got any questions. Hello, Harry. Good to see you, my friend. How you going, mate? You're watching, we're talking about the A-League before, about the Perth game. Perth had the early lead. We're chatting about Adam Griffiths and his weird press conferences. There we go. Gets the first free throw, Cheatham. And the second. I was just telling a couple of guys, Harry, about how good the Adam Griffiths press conferences are at the moment. 5:54 on the clock in the third, 48-43. 1-1 locked up at 1-1 there in the victory in Perth game at halftime. There we go. Kendric Davis, another two, brings up the 50 for Sydney. Cotton swings it wide. Cheatham. Isaac White now. Deep on the 45. The right-hand side comes to the middle of the lane. Swings it wide. Cheatham thinks about the open three. Bruce got across there. They can't get it done, though. Good work, Suarez. Kendric Davis just pulls up for a three-pointer. Doesn't go, though. Cheatham comes away with the rebound, gives it to Cotton. Jalen Galloway nearly had to hurdle over the top of Bryce Cotton. I know he's not the tallest man, but it's still impressive. Yeah, right. Losing his mind. Adam Griffiths. He's nothing if not entertaining. Adelaide get two back. 5-point ball game. Sydney goes straight down the other end. Hunter Goodrick gets two. That should be 50. Now that's 52. Not sure why their last bucket didn't go on. Then Adelaide call a timeout. 52-45. Bryce Cotton still only 7 points. Suarez is up to 2 points for those that were asking before. Dellavedova still on 3 assists. Bryce Cotton also, oh no, Bryce Cotton's up to 6 assists now. Oh, one of our bets that we predicted on the video is dead in the water. The overs is not looking great. Looking like a clean sweep in the reverse, which is not ideal. I wasn't streaming. I probably would have traded out before. Plus 195 now. It's big at a 7-point game. They're middle in trouble. Tim Suarez. Qual's injured. Don't have a whole lot of height to go with them. Let's play small ball if things go wrong here. Adelaide have uplifted their shooting percentage up to 37% now. The Kings still at 50%. 35% from three for the Kings. 28% from three for Adelaide. And that's carried heavily by Flynn Cameron, who's 3 from 4. The rest of the team, 1 from 10. DJ Vasiljevic, none from 3. Not having a good night against his former club. Cotton now pushing down court. Galloway trying to shut down avenues. DJ Vasiljevic is out there. Slices through, up against Dellavedova. Cotton under pressure. 5 on the shot clock. Delhi chasing. Gets a mid-range jumper. There we go. Bryce Cotton's back. Naomi Osaka in the United Cup. No, Melbourne United definitely not top of the ladder. Adelaide at top of the ladder, Harry. Melbourne United haven't been for a while. They've been having a bit of a poor run. Sydney missed there. Stays a 5-point game. Rakosevich is out there, gives it off to Cotton. Can he go back-to-back for a 3 this time? No, doesn't go. Oh, that had to be a foul on Davis, surely. He clattered into him when he's going for the rebound. Davis was just minding his own business. Play on, they say. Davis steps inside, bounce pass, Suarez spinning, pops it out. Jalen Galloway for an open 3, overcooks it. Goodrick can't out-muscle Cheatham. Yeah, they've had a bit of a slide. They were 9-0 to start the season. They are certainly not that anymore. So, yeah, Adelaide have been on top for a couple of weeks since Sydney beat Melbourne in mid-December. So that gives you a bit of an idea. And what have we got here? Adelaide. Suarez has got a foul. He's on 4 and Cooks is on 3. They are in trouble for big bodies at the moment. So yeah, as it stands, if Sydney were to win tonight, they would actually go to second. Wait, it stands, would that be right? No, they'll go to third. They're currently 4th. So yeah, it's if they win tonight, they'll stay third, and they'll be 1 win behind Melbourne, and Adelaide will be clear. Delhi. He goes for the jumper, but it's stopped there. Rakosevich does well. Stays a 5-point ball game. 2:50 on the clock. I think we're absolutely Buckley's chance of getting the overs tonight. Make sure to get involved in the chat, guys. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Galloway gets a bat on the ball, and it's come off Rakosevich's leg, has it? Let's have a look at the replay here. Yeah, it sure did come off Rakosevich last. They got that right again, the referees. They do well. Bryce Cotton's on the deck. Ball's fumbled. And then all of a sudden, Flynn Cameron reacts faster than Kendric Davis. This one's going to come down to the wire. Cotton just says to his team, let's calm the pace a bit, relax. We're getting on top here. Swings it wide. DJ Vasiljevic thinks about the 3, goes in. Tries to give it to Rakosevich, but bounces it off him. And it's taken by Goodrick. Davis goes down the other end. Brown trying to guard Davis. He crosses him over, steps back, crosses him back again. Thinks about a step back, doesn't. Galloway, 9 on the shot clock. 2 minutes to go here. Goodrick working against DJ Vasiljevic. Curls to the outside. Swings back in. Needs to get a shot away. 2 seconds on the clock. And the count, the bucket, and he gets a foul. That's big for Sydney. Under pressure on the shot clock. Drew the foul and got the shot away and hit it. 7-point ball game. Goodrick will go to the line. Not a lot of change in those watch players that people have asked about at this stage. Goodrick, the man with the silkiest hair in the NBL. Misses his free throw. Brown gets the rebound. 1:48 on the clock. Sydney lead by 7. DJ Vasiljevic for 3. There's his first one. 4-point ball game. Just about to say it's been another low-scoring quarter, but that takes Adelaide to 18-13 in this quarter. No, 15-13. Sydney flaming, and we've got a foul, have we? KD's going to go to the line for 3. Yeah, hit his shooting hands just after his shot. Pretty average 3-point shot. That's disappointing from Brown. DJ Vasiljevic trying to argue, as is Mike Brown. Oh, KD misses the first one. Got to be better than that, guys. What's happening here, Astro? They're trying to make it nervy for you. What do we got in the Naomi Osaka match? Who's she up against? He gets that one. There we go. He's got the second. And he gets the third. So he's got 2 from there. 6-point ball game. 1:24 on the clock. No. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it though, Astro. That's what they tell me. You swing it wide. Great to have you all tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure to hit like on the video. Get involved in the comments. And if you're enjoying it, hit subscribe. 2 superpowers. Or maybe superpowers is a bit generous. Zachary and Osaka, but 2 very good players in their prime who are probably step behind that at the moment. Zachary's probably a couple of steps. Davis goes for 3. Cooks is fouled by Vasiljevic. They're working them over here. That last score didn't go on either. A 3-point ball game here with Cooks at the line. Not a known free throw shooter. He misses his first. 56-53, 53.5 seconds on the clock. You'll probably see 3 possessions if both teams are good at managing it. Only 2. Doesn't get either of them, Xavier Cook. So that's free cheeseburgers. Everyone's very excited about that. The code word is scores if you're in Australia. But just need the NBL app and you can get a free Hungry Jack's cheeseburger tomorrow, Harry. DJ Vasiljevic for 3. That would have tied us up. Bruce turns the rebound down in favour of Kendric Davis. 15.5 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Xavier Cooks goes to the hoop and 1. Sydney and Adelaide baseball, the Blue Sox. Yeah, the baseball probably not as big of a deal here as it is over your way. It's a very much probably a 3rd tier sport, I would say. Basketball's a 2nd tier sport here in Australia. Yeah, rugby league, your AFL and your cricket are probably your top tier sports. I take it, obviously, Astro, the fact that you're talking about it, you can bet on that. Cooks at the line. Surely he doesn't miss 3 in a row. No, he doesn't. Clean that one. 6-point ball game. 59-53. I only need about 70 points in the final quarter. That's all I need. I need overtime. That's what I'll need if I want to get my overs bet up. Should just listen to Nick, Astro. Not locally, it's not. There's no national competition in American football. I'm sort of just talking about in terms of our leagues. 3 points. Troy Brown. 7 seconds on the game clock now. Dellavedova's going to go to work. Fires it to Galloway. He goes for a 3-pointer. Doesn't go. Oh, Cooks tips it in. No, it's been waved away. They'll have a look at this. They will have a look at this. At this stage, it's a 3-point margin. Won't count. He didn't get it tipped. 0.1 of a second afterwards. Referee's absolutely nailed that one at 3-quarter time. It's a 3-point ball game. So let's have a quick run through those leaders again. Flynn Cameron, 16 points. Isaac Humphries, 9. Bryce Cotton, 9. Troy Brown, 6. Zylan Cheatham, 6. And DJ Vasiljevic with 8. He's now got 2 3-pointers. So they need one more for him to get one of our bets to win. So that could be something. Kendric Davis, 21 points. Matthew Dellavedova, 10. Xavier Cooks, 9. Makawatch Malawatch, 8. And Jalen Galloway, 5. Leading rebounder, Xavier Cooks has got 10. So he only needs one more point. If he had hit some of those free throws, he'd already be on a double-double. We've got Dellavedova with 5 rebounds. Davis with 4. They're your major leaders. Then on the assists, KD has 5. Kendric Davis, Matthew Dellavedova 3. Hunter Goodrick 3. Xavier Cooks 2. Yeah, that's probably about fair at the moment. And then rebounds and assists for Adelaide. We've got 10 rebounds for Zylan Cheatham. 5 rebounds each for Troy Brown Jr. and Isaac Humphries. 4 for Bryce Cotton. And 3 for Nick Rakasevich. The assists, they've only got 11 assists so far, Adelaide. 7 of those sitting with Bryce Cotton. So he is absolutely leading the way. Flynn Cameron, the only other one with multiple assists. It's been some real solo basketball tonight. Adelaide take the third quarter, 21-18 to get the deficit back to 3 points, and it's game on. Yeah, Black Dog, 2 more. He didn't get any assists that quarter for you. So it's going to be interesting to see here. As we said, Tim Suarez has got 4 fouls already. So if he fouls out, Xavier Cooks would have to move to the centre position. They'll have to use a Hunter Goodrick or someone in that sort of the bigger forward role. No such thing as too much of a degenerate. You're either a degenerate or a not. Let's go to the East Coast treble. We'll go Sydney, the Kings, Blue Sox, and Melbourne Victory. Parlay those 3 up, and it'll be party time. That's the one thing I never understand, Astro, with American odds. How do you calculate the parlay odds? Like with decimal odds, you just multiply them by each other. Cotton for 3. Starts the first quarter, gets us all leveled. The fourth quarter gets us all leveled up. They caught me off guard there. They came out of the gates flying. Cooks was looking to pass. It opens up a couple of times, doesn't go. Dellavedova into the free throw line, leaves it short. Adelaide with the rebound, but we've got a foul. It'll be King's ball. See if we can refresh that connection. There we go. Apologies for that, guys. Not sure what happened there. Dropped out for a moment. We are back. 62-61. Sydney Kings ball inbound. Davis working it around. It was at the offensive end. 8 seconds. Jalen Galloway gets into the paint, goes up. Gets a second effort ball. Davis comes back through after it's swatted away. Doesn't get it. 5 attempts, still nothing, and eventually a foul from Zylan Cheatham over the back of Xavier Cooks. Adelaide did absolutely everything they could there. Over 4.5. Assists. Well, he's still on 3 assists, unfortunately. $62-61. And it was on Suarez. So Suarez at the line. A few of you on there. OMG, you're on there as well. Where are you guys tuning in from? A Real Monarch, OMG, Black Dog. Let me know where you're watching from. Always good to know. If you're enjoying the video, please hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. For a few of you, I know you're well and truly subscribed already. Astro and Co. Harry. There we go. Gets both. 64-61. Game on. 7:38 on the clock. Adelaide ball now. Flynn Cameron. Thanks, Black Dog. That's great, mate. And Zylan Cheatham gets a bucket back. Whereabouts are you based? What country are you from, Black Dog? Kendric Davis. Swing past Dellavedova. Gives it off to Suarez. Dellavedova for 3 points. Leaves it short. Suarez gets it back in from Dellavedova. They're doing well here, Sydney. They're grinding and hustling. 1 point ball game. Atlanta, Georgia. Awesome. Real Monarch, you a Falcons fan. That was a good win from them the other night against the Rams. North Carolina. Panthers, they're going well as well. Humphreys gets one, and Adelaide get the lead here. 6:42 on the clock. Timeout, Sydney. Cooks is up to 11 rebounds. Dellavedova's up to 13 points, but no more assists. DJ Vasiljevic is 2 from 6 from 3-point shooting. We've got a timeout here. He was in the game just before the timeout. Yes, he is, OMG. So just running through the leaders again. 16 for Flynn Cameron, 14 Bryce Cotton. He's gotten going in this last quarter. 11 for Isaac Humphries, 8 for Zylan Cheatham, 6 for Troy Brown Jr., 8 for DJ Vasiljevic. Then for Sydney Kings, 21 points for Kendric Davis, 13 for Matthew Dellavedova, 9 for Xavier Cooks, 8 for Malawach, 4 for Tim Suarez, 4 for Hunter Goodrick. Rebounds, Xavier Cooks is up to 12, Dellavedova 6, and Kendric Davis 4. Assists, Kendric Davis 5, Matthew Dellavedova 3, Xavier Cooks 3, Hunter Goodrick 3. And for Adelaide, rebounds, 11 for Zylan Cheatham, 5 each for Troy Brown Jr., Bryce Cotton and Isaac Humphries. And assists, it is Bryce Cotton with 8 and Flynn Cameron with 3. Hey, DC, it's going to be very tight, very tough, this one. Interesting to see who plays it out from here. But Adelaide with the momentum, with Bull Qual off injured for Sydney. And Tim Suarez, the centre for Sydney Kings, on 4 personal fouls at the moment. Kendric Davis thinks about a 3. Decides to give it off to Dellavedova, who works it in. Nice little 1-2 between Cooks and Suarez. He gets the bucket. 66-65, 6:20 on the clock. Adelaide ball. Cheatham brings it straight down the middle. Hands it off for Bryce Cotton, who's got 3 defenders around him as he tries to shoot a 3. Finds the front of the rim. This is going to come down to, oh, there you go, Dellavedova. That'll be an assist for Cooks. There's one for all you guys chasing Dellavedova's assist. Nice little lob ball up, and Cooks just caught it and took his time. It wasn't quite an alley-oop. 68-65, Adelaide timeout. That's some nice ball movement, and there is officially shown now 4 assists for Dellavedova. So just one more you need. Hey, OC, 36ers need to go on a run. One more. If you're just jumping on for the first time, would love it if you hit like on the video. Get involved in the comments. And thank you those who already have, and hit subscribe. Yeah, he doesn't stay quiet for long. Suarez is doing okay at the moment to stay out of foul trouble, but I'm a bit concerned, Astro, if Suarez drops another foul. You need one more rebound from Humphries. You need him for 6. He'll get some minutes here, so that should be okay. It's going to be interesting from here. Yeah, certainly give the video a like. Get involved in the comments, guys. Great to see some new names in there. Great too. Isaac, I'll let you know because we're just in a timeout. When we come back from the timeout, 6 minutes and 5 seconds left. I'll have a run through who the players checking in are. So we've got Sean Bruce, Kendric Davis, Tim Suarez, Malawach, and Xavier Cooks for the Sydney Kings. Look like Isaac Humphries just went past my screen. Zylan Cheatham's definitely in for Adelaide. Bryce Cotton, Troy Brown Jr., and Isaac Humphries is in, as is Flynn Cameron. So both teams are almost back to their starting 5s. They're just Malawach in. Sean Bruce is in as well. So Dellavedova out of the game at the moment. Cheatham working, trying to find an avenue for Cotton. He gets there, but Humphries comes back with the rebound. Doesn't get the bucket, though. But he'll go to the free throw line, I think. So that might be the rebound. That might be the rebound you needed. We'll just see whether that tallies up on the official stats. He's now showing 6 rebounds, and he'll go to the free throw line. So there it is. There's your rebound bet. Yeah, I'm all for that because I'll tell you what, even if we go to overtime at this rate, my points might not hit. I have to have a look back at the exact number that we had. I think we've got a coach's challenge here. Suarez, I think he's going forward though, so I think it will be a foul. Yeah, definitely going forward. Yeah, we'll keep you up to date. He's on the bench at the moment, Dellavedova. Just doing a coach's challenge here at the moment, Sydney. Should you cash out Adelaide Moneyline? That would depend what they're offering for you. Coach's challenge unsuccessful. It depends how much you like to sweat, Josh. So that's Tim Suarez fouled out of the game. That is a big hit for Sydney. And yeah, I would say now that Suarez is fouled out and the coach's challenge is unsuccessful, I would suggest that that would not be a percentage play. He wasn't in when we came out of there. Yeah, so I need, what do I need? I need another 43 points here. That's not going to happen. Isaac Humphries at the free throw line. Gets his first one. 2-point ball game. So no, DJ Vasiljevic not in. Cooks is in. Malowach is in. Bruce is in. Jalen Galloway is in. And Kendric Davis is in. Yeah, I'd be letting it ride at this point. Markowach Malowach can't get it done. 1-point ball game at the moment. Cotton working it around up against Malowach. Burns him for pace. Gets the pass across to Cheatham. Goes for the three-pointer. Leaves it short. Galloway gets it. Gives it off to Malowach. He's going to take on Brown. And Galloway brings it with the follow-through. 3-point ball game. 5:04 on the clock in the final quarter. Galloway working here. Trying to defend. Humphries has it. How many rebounds has Zylan got? Well, Isaac Humphries just thrown the ball out of play. Zylan Cheatham currently has 12 rebounds. Daniel, good to have you joining us. Sydney, if you love me. The amount of times I've said that as a Sydney Kings fan, Astro. They massively underperformed last year. They underperformed at the start of this year. Finally starting to see some of their best. It's a stacked lineup. Galloway for Davis. 5 on the shot clock. He's up against Brown. Cuts to him, takes a three-pointer over the top. Doesn't go. Galloway and Cheatham go head-to-head. Galloway's hurt his shoulder now. The Kings are in all sorts. 4:20 on the clock. Flynn Cameron slows it down. Cheatham's there. Humphrey sets a moving screen. Cheatham holds it off, doesn't give it to Cotton. Cameron for 3. Drains it. That is huge. We're all tied up at 70s. 4:07 on the clock. Great to have you tuning in. If you're jumping on for the first time, then hit like. Get involved in the comments. And we've pulled things up here. I'm not sure what's happening. Just some sweat on the floor, so they're going to pull it back. But yeah, certainly if you're joining us for the first time, hit like, get involved in the comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from, who you're cheering for, what you're watching. If you want to know some updates on any player stats, I can try and help with those. Rebounds is Zylan. He's got 12. No, he's at 13 now, Zylan Cheatham. 13 rebounds. We do need KD to shine here. Time to shine. Malowach. Dellavedova's back in. Davis. Back to Dellavedova. Pops it up over the top. Nice two-pointer for Delhi. 72-70. Kings lead. 3:50 on the clock. He's in, Black Dog. He's just checked in. 3-1 Melbourne in the Soccer Astro. There you go. Looks so good. Ever since that disallowed goal, Perth have fallen apart. 3-point shot for Cotton. Doesn't go. Cooks out-muscles Cheatham. Gives it off to Davis. 3:33 to go here. This is going to come down to the wire. Davis. Dellavedova. Trying to work out who that is. That's Malowach that's just checked in. Oh, beautiful. Brown Jr. steals it for Adelaide. 3:19 on the clock. Adelaide ball. Yeah, Hez. 72-70. Cooks gets a touch. Flynn Cameron for 3. And he drains it. Adelaide have got the lead. I. Nervy times. Xavier Cooks has got a bunch of rebounds now too. He's up to 13. Kendric Davis. Mid-range jumper gets the 2. Takes the lead back. It's toing and froing. Monarch wants the OT. Cheatham now. Cotton trying to take control. Gives it to Humphries. He's a little bit lost in the post. He's out too far to do anything with Goodrick. Cotton against Malowach. Big job for the youngster. Cotton for 3. Doesn't go. Davis a rebound. Cheatham's got to be careful there with the contact. 2:22 on the clock. Brown trying to man up against Davis. Goodrick gets the ball. Davis trying to get a body position on Brown. Goodrick holds the foul. Davis for 3. Doesn't go. Cook's trying to get the rebound. Can't get it. Brown tracks back. Takes it away. Cameron on the ball. Adelaide ball now. 2 minutes on the clock. He blazes through the lane there. Humphries comes on the support. Gets the bucket. Adelaide lead. 23 lead changes in this game. Sydney led for 70% of it, and now it is just to and fro. Dellavedova on the point. Davis to his right. Cooks to his left. Goodrick coming out, setting up a screen. Gives it to Goodrick. Goodrick thinks about the shot. Not happening. Trying to find an open man. Bounce pass in for Malowach. Beautiful line. And the Kings lead, 76-75. True to nature. Oh, he got an Adelaide cheer. Thanks for joining in. Again, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit like, get involved in the comments, and if you're enjoying the coverage, hit subscribe. 1:33 on the clock. This is coming down to the wire. Last time they played, it went to overtime in Sydney. Sydney have got 2 wins so far. Adelaide looking for revenge on top of the table. Sydney looking to make it 7 in a row. Cotton burns to the lane. Fires it wide. Flynn Cameron for 3. And he hits it. That is a big stroke for Adelaide. Let's have a look. Cooks, 11 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists. Davis draws a foul. DJ Vasiljevic will foul him. 78-76. Davis will go to the line. 1:12 on the clock. No, he won't go to the line. Mike Brown, the Adelaide coach, is irate with the referee. Inbound, 17 seconds. Flynn Cameron trying to hustle against Kendric Davis. Cameron's good. Is Davis better? Davis goes in. Draws the foul. Be against Cameron. That should put them in the bonus. He should be going to the line. Now, people cheering for OT. People cheering for Sydney. People cheering for Adelaide. This is what we like to see. Get involved in those comments. Let us know what you're watching, where you're watching from. Great to have a lot of people from around the US. A couple of Aussies, a couple in Asia. It's all happening. And they're missing a couple of continents. Oh, no. KD misses the first free throw. Make it a 1-point ball game here. Davis at the free throw line. 1:04 on the clock. He hits the second one. 1-point ball game. I don't know what's going on here. A little bit of heated conversation between Zylan Cheatham and Xavier Cooks. Cheatham gets it into Cameron. 1 minute left. Malowach reaches in to try and break up the play. Gives a foul. Stops the clock. It's only Sydney's second foul of the quarter. Real Monarch. Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia. Great to hear, mate. Are you a Atlanta fan? It is a good game, true to nature, this one. We expected it would be. We hoped it lived up to it. OT, please, for that one account. Cotton now, the danger man on the ball. 46 seconds, 8 on the shot clock. Cotton for a jumper for 2, gets it. Adelaide lead by 3. Sydney have led for most of the game, Astro. Don't do you dirty. KD going to work against Cotton. Crosses him over, steps away from him. Shakes him up for 3. Hits it, misses. And that could be all she wrote, I would think, here. Cooks will try and foul. Doesn't get him. Ball lobbed up. 21 on the clock. 3-point lead. Yeah, just running out of bigs in the end. Cotton swings wide. DJ Vasiljevic from downtown for 3 and hits it. Well, that'll give me something. His 3 threes get me one of my bets back, so it's not a complete waste, but 10.7 on the clock, and Adelaide lead by 6. DJ Vasiljevic, the dagger blow that killed the heart of his former club. They led for almost 30 minutes, 29 minutes and 11 seconds, Astro. I think of the 6 and a bit minutes that Adelaide led, probably 4.5 of those were in the first quarter. And for the entire second, entire third, that three-pointer was from, I'm going to say 3.5 meters beyond the three-point arc on a 45-degree angle. That is huge from DJ Vasiljevic. Matthew Dellavedova still 4 assists. So unless he can get you something here at the end, you're going to fall just short on that one. KD's finished with 24 points. It's not quite enough. Flynn Cameron, 25 points. Should be the talk of town. He shot at 90%. And somehow, when they were shooting at 56 versus 27 earlier, Adelaide now shooting at 45, Sydney 42. It's rigged, Hez. It's rigged. Surely Sydney will get 2 3-pointers in 10.9 seconds. It's fine. Well. Sydney advance the ball. They're not going to go down without a fight here. They're going to have to conjure something pretty big. Jalen Galloway, Kendric Davis over the top for Kendric. Adelaide get the ball. Dellavedova looking for the foul, and Adelaide throw it out of bounds. No, it was a foul before he threw it out of bounds. 100% Astro, and you're 100% right. Definitely rigged when you lose. When you win, it's because you pick the value. As I said, Flynn Cameron, what a night. 90% shooting, 9 from 10, 6 from 7 from three-point range. That is a huge night. And we get another foul on Dellavedova. That'll send them to the sideline. 7.2 seconds max. Again, guys, it's been great having you join us tonight. We've got a little bit left here. We'll be back for some more matches in the coming days. Probably during the week next week when we get maybe to Wednesday, I think will be our next one. There'll be some previews at different points when I can across the weekend. We'll try and get a few in there. We dropped our 200th Daily Dose episode earlier today, so that was a pretty big milestone for the channel. And love it if you could like and subscribe. Get involved in the comments on all the videos and help us to keep growing this channel. Consistently bringing you lots of updates and live watch-alongs on the Aussie NBL as well as some other sports. Previews, wrap-ups, recaps, and much, much more. DJ Vasiljevic fouled by Galloway. 6.1 seconds on the clock. And they will now go into the bonus. So DJ Vasiljevic will go to the line, 6.1 seconds. He'll pad his stat line a little bit. He's got 11 points on 25% shooting. He's none from 5 inside the paint tonight, DJ. 2 from 2 from the free throw line so far. 3 from 7 from the outside the three-point arc. Was one of the tips we had was DJ Vasiljevic for 3+ threes. 6.8 seconds I've adjusted it to. So there it is, 84-77. He's going up for his second now. Good work, DJ. Gets the second. It's all of a sudden an 8-point game. Who would have thought that? End up well short of our overs target. I thought we would have got a little closer, but not to be. Kendric Davis goes for a 3. Was he fouled in shooting it? He was. No, he wasn't. Let's have a look at what's happening here. Yes, he is. So Flynn Cameron will foul out of the game. No damage to his rep after that game. 25 points on 90% shooting. OMG, there is 3.8 seconds left. Dellavedova is not on the bench now. He's on the field, on the court. 85-78. KD stat padding, misses that one. He put some spin on that. He's on 25 points. There we go, make that 26. 6-point ball game. And Adelaide are just going to march this on down. So Kendric Davis will end up the top scorer, 26 points on 10 from 24 shooting. 5 from 8 from the free throw line, which is a bit questionable. 1 from 9 from 3. And that's where Adelaide ended up getting it done. They shot 3 points better than they shot 2 points. 46% from the three-point line. And that is full time. Hello, Daily Leno. My prediction is that it's full time. 85-79, Adelaide win. So we're all done here. Running through the scorers, 26 points for Kendric Davis, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Matthew Dellavedova, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Xavier Cook's a double-double, 11 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists. Again, not a great night for him from the free throw line, 1 from 3. Tim Suarez, 6 points. He fouled out, 3 rebounds and 1 assist. And Watchalong, double digits as well, 10 points and 1 rebound. For Adelaide, it was all about Flynn Cameron tonight. 25 points, 90% shooting, 1 rebound, 4 assists and 2 steals. Isaac Humphries, 15 points, 6 rebounds, no assists. Bryce Cotton, double-double, 16 points, 10 assists and 5 rebounds and a steal. Troy Brown Jr., 6 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. Zylan Cheatham, 8 points, 13 rebounds, 1 assist and a steal. And DJ Vasiljevic, 3 3-pointers, gave him 13 points with his 4 free throws and no assists, no rebounds. But that gives Adelaide a come-from-behind 85-79 win, one of the better finishes they've had. A big thank you to you all. Been wonderful to have you on for the stream tonight. If you haven't already, please give the video a like and jump on and click subscribe. Hit that bell notification too. You get some updates that way when we go live, when we drop our pre-game predictions, all those sorts of things. And if there's anything you think that we can add to make the stream a little bit better, then certainly let us know in the comments. But until next time, we'll have some previews over the weekend, as I said, and we look forward to bringing you some more hoops action in the coming days, as well as plenty more sport across your summer of sport here in Australia. So tune on in, and a big thank you to you again for tuning into your home of the black and white of sports. No grey opinions here, and a happy new year. Hopefully 2026 is off to a flying start for you.